Hi, welcome and welcome back. Today I wanted to do some unusual triggers for you. I have 5 different triggers, different objects that I haven't seen anywhere else. So I think they're gonna do some nice sounds. Let me know what you think. Let's start with this. This is a case for my diamond painting. Diamond painting is where you place little round or square diamonds on a big painting, kind of like a connect the dots or fill in the numbers, those kind of paintings, but with these plastic discs. And I have a big case. And I think they make a really great sound. In here there are many different kinds, and each one is in its own little container. You can kind of hear them moving about. As well as the diamonds themselves. Let's open this. You can see I've put labels on each one. I didn't have enough labels for them all to have a label on the top. So at first I did every third, and then I did some of the last ones for the ones used the most. So I can just pick one up. Aren't they pretty? Let's move on to our next trigger. I got this Origami Flower at a wedding I was at this summer. It's a bit mangled because I had to put it in my bag on the way home. But I thought it looked so pretty. And they had made all different kind of origami flowers. I have to be quite delicate. Because the paper is quite crinkly. The amount of time and effort it takes to make these, it's just wonderful. Let's move on to our next trigger. I have this little bag with stitch markers. It's an accessory for when you're knitting, and you can put it to mark stitches. So when you're doing a stitch pattern that repeats maybe every 20 stitches or so, you can put a marker every 20th stitch to make sure that you haven't made an error. If you reach the end and you're not done with the repeat, or you finish the repeat before the marker, you know that you made a mistake somewhere. It's like putting a little tab or a bookmark, to let you know, hey, something changes here. And I got these ones. They are seashell stitch markers. Let's look at them. It's a little hard to see, but they come with big stitch markers and smaller ones. But I just think they make a nice sound, and they're all quite unique. See, this one has a bit of discoloration. let's move on to the next trigger. Put them back in their bag. This is a bit of a failed crochet project. It's a hat, but I made the edge too tight. It's meant to lie flat. I'm gonna try and use an ironing board and I'm gonna try and iron the edge to see if it can flatten. But I like the sound. I crochet this out of paper yarn. To make something for the summer, but I might have to try again. You have to crochet in at the end a plastic like a fishing line to give it some structure. Didn't help that I still made the cast off, the bind off too tight. Quite heavy. Oh. This is what I call my knitting Bible. It is a big leather case book that I can fill with all my knitting accessories and tools. It's leather, and I bought it from Thread and Maple. And the best part is that you can customize what you want in it with these buttons. You can clasp the fold of the front and the end pages, and then you choose which pages you want to fill it with, so depending on your needs. So let me show you. I have I have a wall for my knitting tools as well, Maybe I'll show you someday. But so I moved some of them over from this while I think of which ones I really want in here, as opposed, because this one is transportable, because you can remove each page, so if you want to take something with you, you can. This is the first page. And I got my favorite Lykke knitting needles. So they slot right in, and they got some pockets, a little zipper here. On the next page I got my short Lykke needles. All my other ones are longer, but sometimes you want them to be shorter, depending on the project and the number of stitches. But look how colorful they are. It also has a little pocket. This is an empty one, and currently these needles are on the wall. But these were my metal knitting needles. This is heavy. These are pockets for the cord for my knitting needle sets. So I've labeled them 40 centimeters, 50, 60, 80, and so on. And you put them in here. So that you have the appropriate length for your project. Here I have a project page. I can put something in here. I'll snap it off and take it with me if I have a project to go. And here are my double pointed needles. So these ones look the same on the other end. Let me show you. Look like this. And I have them in different sizes. Look at the tiny, tiny, tiny ones. But I don't use double pointed needles so often. I mostly do magic loop or traveling circle. This is a project page too, where you can bring with you. And finally, the end page has lots of pockets where you can have a whole new needle set if you like. I think mine is full. I think you can have 7 pages in this one, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly. But it's very, very useful when you just, instead of having all my tools and needles all over the place, I just have it in one, and I take it and I can pick my needles and pick the cord and the tools that I need in one place. Those are my triggers. I hope you've enjoyed some unique sounds and some different triggers. And I'll see you soon.